It's high stakes hustling. High stakes hustling. Don't get me involved. And any money you taking out of my pocket, you taking out of my family's pocket, because I do this for my people to come in there. Don't stop my flow. Let me play. Same rules. Let's play ball.
On June 19, 2025, a Manhattan federal courtroom became the epicenter of a seismic scandal that has rocked the entertainment world to its core. A charred diary, allegedly belonging to Sean Diddy Combs, was dramatically unveiled, its pages salvaged from a burned safe discovered in one of his properties. When Judge Arun Subramanian read the diary's final entry aloud, the room fell silent, gripped by the weight of its explosive contents. Confessions of illicit dealings and a list of high-profile names entangled in what prosecutors call a sprawling criminal network. The mention of Jennifer Lopez and other A-listers, some reportedly fleeing the country, has ignited a firestorm of speculation, with social media ablaze and headlines screaming betrayal. This revelation threatens to dismantle the polished veneer of Hollywood, exposing a web of secrets that could redefine the industry's power dynamics. As the trial unfolds, the diary stands as a potential Pandora's box, its contents poised to unravel careers, reputations, and the very foundation of Tinseltown's elite. This video delves into the controversy, dissecting the diary's discovery, its shocking claims, and the fallout that could change Hollywood forever. The saga began on June 19, 2025, when federal prosecutors presented a partially burnt diary, allegedly authored by Sean Diddy Combs, as evidence in his high-profile trial. Recovered from a fire-damaged safe in one of Combs' Los Angeles properties, the diary's discovery followed a suspicious blaze that authorities initially believed had destroyed all contents. Forensic experts, however, managed to salvage the leather-bound journal, its singed pages revealing handwritten notes that prosecutors claim detail a decade-long criminal enterprise. The safe, found in a hidden compartment, was reportedly designed to protect sensitive documents, raising questions about why Combs would risk its destruction. Investigators suggest the fire was an attempt to conceal evidence, but the diary's survival has proven catastrophic for the defense. Described as a treasure trove by legal analysts, the document allegedly contains explicit references to illicit activities, including names, dates, and locations of events tied to Combs' alleged operations. The prosecution argues that the diary's authenticity is bolstered by forensic analysis, including handwriting matches and ink dating, though the defense vehemently disputes these claims. Public fascination with the diary has exploded, with social media platforms like X buzzing with theories about its contents and the fire's origins. Was it arson, an accident, or a desperate act of self-preservation? As the trial progresses, the diary's emergence has shifted the narrative, casting Combs not just as a music mogul but as a potential mastermind of a hidden Hollywood underworld. In a moment that will be etched in legal history, Judge Arun Subramanian's decision to read the diary's final entry aloud stunned the courtroom. The entry, dated months before Combs' arrest, reportedly contained a chilling reflection on his influence over Hollywood's elite, naming individuals allegedly complicit in or aware of his activities. The judge's voice, steady yet commanding, delivered the words with a gravity that silenced the packed gallery. Attendees described the atmosphere as electric, with gasps echoing as names were revealed. Prosecutors claim the entry outlines a criminal enterprise involving coercion, financial manipulation, and secret gatherings. Despite fierce objections from Combs' defense team, who argued the reading prejudiced the jury, Subramanian allowed it, citing its relevance to the case. Legal experts are divided. Some praise the move as a bold step toward transparency, while others warn it risks sensationalizing the trial. The entry's contents, though partially redacted for public release, have leaked across platforms like X, fueling speculation about the extent of Combs' influence. Critics argue the judge's decision amplifies the case's media circus, with live streamers dissecting every word. The reading has also raised ethical questions about publicizing unverified evidence, as the diary's authenticity remains under scrutiny. For now, the moment has cemented the trial as a cultural flashpoint, with the diary's words reverberating far beyond the courtroom walls. The mention of Jennifer Lopez in the diary has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, reigniting scrutiny of her past relationship with Combs in the late 1990s. According to sources close to the trial, the diary references Lopez in connection to events during their romance, suggesting she may have had knowledge of or participated in questionable activities. While no direct evidence implicates her in criminal acts, the allegations have sparked intense speculation. Hours after the diary's contents were revealed, reports surfaced that Lopez had boarded a private jet to an undisclosed location, prompting accusations of guilt by association. Her representatives have remained silent, but social media platforms like X are ablaze with hashtags like #JLoFleas and #DiddyDiary, where fans and detractors debate her involvement. Some argue Lopez is a victim of circumstance, caught in Combs' orbit during a tumultuous period, while others point to her swift departure as suspicious. The diary's vague references leave room for interpretation, but they've rekindled memories of the 1999 nightclub shooting incident involving both stars, which resulted in legal troubles. Prosecutors have not confirmed whether Lopez will be called as a witness, but her name's inclusion has already damaged her carefully curated image. The public's obsession with her role underscores a broader fascination with the diary's power to tarnish even the most untouchable celebrities. The diary's revelations have triggered a reported exodus of Hollywood elites, with unconfirmed reports of private jets departing for destinations like Dubai, the Maldives, and Switzerland. Sources claim several A-listers named in the diary, musicians, actors, and executives, are seeking refuge from the mounting scandal. While Jennifer Lopez's departure has drawn the most attention, others allegedly mentioned, including prominent rappers and producers, have also vanished from the public eye. Insiders suggest these moves are preemptive, driven by fear of further investigations or media scrutiny. On X, users have tracked flight patterns, with one post claiming, "Half of Hollywood's on a one-way ticket to nowhere." The panic stems from the diary's alleged list of attendees at Combs' infamous freak-offs, events prosecutors describe as drug-fueled and coercive. No official list has been released, but speculation runs rampant, with names like Jay-Z and Beyoncé swirling despite no concrete evidence. The exodus has sparked a debate about accountability versus self-preservation. Are these stars fleeing justice, or are they simply dodging the media's relentless gaze? The lack of transparency fuels conspiracy theories, with some claiming a cover-up to protect Hollywood's elite. As the trial continues, the flight of these figures underscores the diary's far-reaching impact, threatening to expose a network of complicity. Prosecutors allege that Combs' diary maps out a sophisticated criminal network involving sex trafficking, racketeering, and extortion, with Hollywood as its backdrop. The document reportedly details freak-offs, days-long, drug-fueled events where participants were allegedly coerced into compromising situations. Entries include names, dates, and locations, painting a picture of a meticulously organized operation. Testimonies from former associates, including Combs' ex-assistant Capricorn Clark, corroborate the diary's claims, describing a culture of fear and manipulation. Clark's statements, filed in a related civil suit, allege Combs used his wealth and influence to silence victims and secure loyalty. The diary also references financial schemes, including payments to suppress allegations and maintain control over artists signed to his Bad Boy label. Prosecutors argue this network extended beyond Combs, implicating managers, security personnel, and even law enforcement contacts. The diary's specificity, down to coded nicknames for alleged participants, has stunned legal observers, who compare its detail to a mob boss's ledger. However, the defense contends the diary is a work of fiction, possibly planted to frame Combs. The trial's outcome hinges on whether jurors believe the document's account of a shadowy empire built on exploitation, or if they see it as an elaborate fabrication designed to destroy a cultural icon. The diary's allegations have peeled back the curtain on Hollywood's darker side, revealing a culture of secrecy and complicity. Beyond Combs, the document suggests a systemic issue, with powerful figures allegedly turning a blind eye to or participating in illicit activities. References to exclusive parties, hush money, and blackmail have sparked outrage, with fans demanding accountability from their idols. Names like Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and others have surfaced in related testimony, though no direct evidence ties them to crimes. On X, posts with #Hollywood exposed trend daily, as users dissect the diary's implications. The revelations have reignited discussions about the industry's history of protecting predators, drawing parallels to cases like Harvey Weinstein. Critics argue the diary exposes a network where power and fame shielded wrongdoing, while defenders caution against jumping to conclusions without verified evidence. The trial has become a lightning rod for broader cultural debates, with some calling for a reckoning and others decrying it as a sensationalized attack on black excellence. As the diary's claims circulate, they threaten to tarnish Hollywood's glamorous facade, forcing a reckoning with its moral compromises. Combs' legal team, led by Mark Agnifilo, has mounted an aggressive defense, dismissing the diary as a fabricated document designed to smear their client. They argue its burnt condition raises doubts about its authenticity, suggesting it could have been tampered with or planted. Forensic experts hired by the defense claim the diary's handwriting analysis is inconclusive, and they've questioned the chain of custody following the safe's discovery. Agnifilo has also accused prosecutors of exploiting racial biases, pointing to the dismissal of an Afro-Latino juror as evidence of systemic prejudice in the trial. In court filings, the defense portrays Combs as a target of a vindictive system, arguing the diary's sensational claims are meant to distract from weak evidence in the racketeering and trafficking charges. They've also highlighted inconsistencies in witness testimonies, particularly from former associates with personal grievances. The defense's strategy is to avoid putting Combs on the stand, shielding him from aggressive cross-examination. Instead, they plan a concise rebuttal, relying on character witnesses and expert testimony to dismantle the diary's credibility. As public opinion sways, the defense's narrative of a targeted black mogul resonates with some, while others see it as a desperate bid to deflect from damning evidence. The trial has captivated the public, with live streamers and influencers like Tisa Tells and Stephanie Sue amplifying the drama on platforms like YouTube and TikTok. Deepfake videos falsely implicating stars like Oprah and Jennifer Lawrence have gone viral, blurring the line between fact and fiction. Legacy media outlets struggle to keep up, as independent creators drive the narrative, often with unverified claims. The diary's emergence has only intensified this media circus. The diary's introduction as evidence could be a turning point in Combs' trial, strengthening the prosecution's case for racketeering and sex trafficking charges. Legal experts say its detailed accounts, if deemed authentic, could corroborate witness testimonies and provide a roadmap for further investigations. However, its admissibility is contentious, with debates over forensic integrity and chain of custody. The defense argues the diary's burnt state and questionable origins undermine its reliability, potentially leading to its exclusion. Prosecutors are expected to rest their case soon, with the defense planning a streamlined rebuttal to avoid prolonged exposure. Jury deliberations could begin next week, with the diary's weight likely influencing the outcome. Beyond Combs, the document's allegations could trigger additional probes into named individuals, potentially reshaping Hollywood's legal landscape. The trial's high stakes have drawn comparisons to landmark cases like R. Kelly's, with observers predicting a ripple effect across the industry. As the legal battle intensifies, the diary remains the prosecution's most potent weapon, but its flaws could also be its undoing. The diary's revelations threaten to upend Hollywood's power structure, exposing a network of alleged complicity that could lead to lawsuits, investigations, and a cultural shift. If substantiated, the allegations could dismantle careers and tarnish legacies, forcing the industry to confront its history of shielding powerful figures. Fans are divided, with some calling for a purge of corrupt elites and others decrying the trial as a sensationalized attack. On X, discussions about systemic abuse in Hollywood dominate, with users drawing parallels to past scandals. The diary's impact extends beyond Combs, raising questions about who knew what and when. Industry insiders predict a chilling effect, with stars and executives becoming more guarded. The trial's outcome could set a precedent for holding celebrities accountable, but it also risks fueling distrust if the diary's claims are disproven. As Hollywood braces for the fallout, the diary has become a symbol of a reckoning long overdue, or a cautionary tale of unverified accusations run amok. Sean Diddy Combs' trial was already a spectacle, but the burnt diary's emergence has transformed it into a cultural and legal earthquake. Its allegations of a criminal network, implicating Hollywood's elite, have sparked a firestorm that threatens to consume careers and reputations. Whether the diary proves to be a smoking gun or a controversial fabrication, its impact is undeniable, forcing a reckoning with the industry's darkest secrets. As the trial nears its climax, the world watches, waiting to see who else will be burned by the flames of Diddy's diary.